The weather here in Michigan over the next 36 to 48 hours is going to turn a little wild as we have rain, snow, freezing rain, a lot of wind, and even some thunderstorms, all possible with an upcoming system we're tracking Sunday into Monday. On this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know, what you can plan for, prepare for, etc., time frames, locations, all in this video. So, strap in. This might be a little bit longer today, but we're gonna get through it here, go one by one, and get you guys up to speed on what to expect with this system. My name is Ryan. If you're new here, feel free to follow along here at Michigan Storm Chasers. We do content like this all the time regarding Michigan weather, live streams, storm chasing, update videos just like this one. We are here for Michigan weather 24/7, 365. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Today's daily video sponsor is On Top Roofing. On Top Roofing joined the Michigan Storm Chasers partnership team in 2025. They are located in Howell, Michigan and proudly serve Southeast Michigan and its surrounding areas. The team at On Top Roofing are all HAAG certified storm experts, and the company itself is a Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, so you know that you're in good hands. Their services include roof replacement, storm damage roof replacement, commercial roofing, and roof repairs, in addition to having financing packages available for every budget. Their contact information will be linked in the video description down below, and you can visit their website at ontoproofingmi.com or call them at their office. And be sure to tell them that Michigan Storm Chasers sent you. Back to you, Ryan.
I want to start here on the map of systems in the U.S. here. We're tracking one developing off to our west. We're also saying goodbye to the one off to the east that gave us the freezing rain yesterday. I'm making this video early Saturday morning here. We're going to run this into Saturday morning. A dry days in the store for Saturday. So no concerns today for rain, ice, nothing like that. We are clear. Temperatures, upper 20s, low 30s for your highs. Nice day out there, no concerns at all. But our attention is turned off to the west here by late tonight into early Sunday morning. Precip begins to kick up. This low pressure develops across Missouri there. That red L, we're tracking this area right here. It's going to head up our direction. It's going to pull north and strengthen very rapidly. Here is 10 a.m. Sunday morning, we see a large area of rain here. We also see some mixed precip up in northern lower Michigan as well as eastern UP. Also snow on the backside where colder air is pushing down from Canada, changing the backside of the system to snow. As this moves into Sunday afternoon, heavier rain, darker green there, picks up. The system starts to strengthen rapidly. Those black lines, they call them isobars. The closer they are together, the stronger the system, stronger the wind is. We're seeing that really start to increase and ramp up here throughout the day on Sunday. By the time we get to late Sunday night, this system is in full swing here with a large corridor of moderate to heavy rainfall, a decent swath of freezing rain, as well as heavy snow on the back side of this. Keep an eye on that time frame as well. This is going to ramp up throughout Sunday. Late Sunday, it peaks into early Monday. As we push this into the Monday morning time frame, this is quite a wild system here, very windy as well. We could be talking blizzard-like conditions up in the UP with the heavy snow, heavy wind as well, but also in the LP, Lower Peninsula, lake effect snow is going to kick up on Monday behind this with winds really ramping up as well. So we could be looking at quite a significant impact for our commutes on Monday as well. 10 a.m. here Monday. Here is 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Monday. As we push this into Monday night, lake effect snow continues. Into Tuesday, though, lake effect will start winding down, but yet another system, weaker in nature, comes down from Canada, and it does give us light snow Tuesday into the day on Wednesday. That's your breakdown of times and overall system. Zooming in here for a localized look for you guys. Run this through the time frames here. Here is Sunday morning. Precipitation begins right around that mid-morning or so, 7 to 10 a.m. Heavier rain arrives for the afternoon. Freezing rain begins up there in the UP afternoon hours of Sunday, and then snow ramps up there late Sunday into Monday. Continuing into Monday morning, turns the lake effect in nature throughout Monday, and ends right around that Tuesday morning time frame before another system comes in and impacts the state here Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's talk impacts of each nature. Starting with the wind. The wind is going to be big with this one. We could be talking wind gusts of 40 to 50. Localized higher amounts are possible. That could lead to power outages as well as tree damage as well. So winds today, Saturday, not too bad. Gusting up to 15, perhaps 20 in spots. Not a huge concern today. Sunday morning, increase of wind. Sorry, not Sunday. Sunday as well should be calm. But late Sunday into early Monday morning, that is when we start seeing winds ramp up here. Here's 8 p.m. Sunday, 9 p.m. As that system begins to really start to deepen and strengthen, the winds also start ramping up here across the state. And by the time we get to the early morning hours of Monday, check this out. Large area of South Michigan, 40 to 45, showing 50 plus mile per hour wind gusts in spots, likely a tad bit overdone here. But also take notice on the lakes, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie. We're seeing wind gusts. These are in miles per hour, 65 plus mile per hour gusts in spots. That's going to lead to 15 to 21 foot waves on Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, and Erie. So it's going to be quite windy out there. But also, there's something important that's going on here. Because those lakes are really ramping up their winds, the immediate lakeshore areas, if you live a few miles of the lakeshore, those winds spill over into the land areas that are directly in close proximity to the lakes. So those areas have potential to gust over 50, perhaps 55 mile per hour gusts throughout Monday morning. This will continue all throughout Monday. We see gusts here, upwards of 70 mile per hour gust on Lake Michigan here. That's crazy. But also gust 40, 45 or so, localized 50, still ongoing across all of Michigan. And again, lakeshore areas could gust higher. We're seeing those yellow colors creep in and seep in to those land areas of Michigan from the lakes. So keep that in mind if you live in close proximity to the lakeshore. If these winds are realized, we could be looking at scattered power outages. Also some minor tree damage as well. Keep that in mind Monday morning, especially throughout the day. Monday will continue. Monday afternoon, it really ramps up there across the state. Widespread, scattered, 50 plus gusts possible, but confidence in 50 plus is a little bit lower. But 40 to 50 is a good bet throughout the day on Monday. So that's going to be the takeaway here. Wind should start to die down as we push toward late Monday into Tuesday. By Tuesday morning, we are looking at much more subdued winds, gusting 20 to 25 there, localized 30 in spots throughout Tuesday. And then by Tuesday evening, we are ramping down with the wind. All right, now let's go talk about snow. Big snow is possible in the UP. We at MSC put out a forecast on the page here, 8 o'clock this morning, only for Sunday. Lake effect will continue overnight into the day on Monday and perhaps into Tuesday as well. We stopped our forecast Sunday around midnight. So let's go ahead and run this through midnight here on the latest model guidance from the European. There's midnight Monday. We're seeing anywhere from 6 inches, 7 inches, 4 inches further to the east. In the heart of it, 6 to 10. And this looks to be pretty well in line here with our forecast. Further east you go toward the eastern UP, it's going to be a mix of freezing rain, some sleet probably as well. Accumulations should stick west of Chippewa, Mackinac counties, slowly increasing in intensity further west you go. Let's go into Monday though. Lake effect continues. We're going to start seeing these snow totals really ramp up and really become bright and increased. By Monday morning, 7 a.m., overnight Monday from midnight to 7 a.m., we could be looking at a foot or more of snow. Inch or perhaps 2 inch per hour rates with the winds ramping up. Would not be shocked to see blizzard warnings with this event. It's going to be quite significant in nature. That's not done yet either. Let's go through Monday. Monday. Here's 5 p.m. Monday. We're seeing those really bright spots there of 2 feet of snow or some spots there. Not going to be shocked to see a foot or two of snow with the system. Perhaps more in some spots. Bottom line, this is going to be significant. But let's back up here as well. Something important is going on. Further south, lake effect kicks up early morning, 4 a.m. Monday. Take note, lower Michigan. The system is moving off, turning the winds out of the northwest. Warm lake waters, cold winds, moisture in the area, lake effect snow. Wind gusts ramping up as well. We could have localized areas here throughout Monday morning through the afternoon hours across West Michigan, perhaps creeping into central Michigan as well. A widespread area being shown of 1 to 5 inches, depending on your locality, Over on the east side as well, toward Detroit, Flint, Ann Arbor areas, those lake effect bands could creep over further east as well. Could lead to an inch or two accumulation, perhaps localized higher. But generally speaking, expect Monday to be lake effect for the entire state, primarily western lower, northern lower, and the UP, but eastern lower getting in on the action off and on with lake effect bands drifting with the winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour, though they should have no problem reaching over to the east side of the state. Let's talk temperatures. Sunday night into Monday, we could be talking about a flash freeze event. Now, this is lower confidence. Let's talk about that briefly here. So temperatures throughout Saturday, like I said, mid-30s or so for your highs. Could go to 40 degrees today. But overall, tracking Sunday. Temperatures on Sunday, 50s, 40s, and perhaps a 60-degree stat there to the Indiana-Ohio border areas. By the time we get to Sunday night, that warm front tries to advance northward there. By the time we get to 11 p.m. Sunday, a good chunk of South and Central Michigan is in 50s, 40s, or upper 30s here. Above freezing is the takeaway here. It's going to be raining as well. Now, watch Arctic air to the west of us. Behind my face here is all the Arctic air. It's going to come in and punch Michigan, and all of a sudden, we're in the 20s. In a matter of a few hours here, from 11 p.m. to about 2 to 3 a.m., we drop rapidly from the 50s into the 20s. With the rain ongoing throughout Sunday, any wet surfaces will freeze rapidly again. There could be a gap, maybe a gap there between the rain ending and the cold air coming in, which could dry surfaces, similar to last event we had. But the takeaway is if roads are wet or any other surfaces, sidewalks, rails, decks, any wet surfaces are going to freeze for your Monday morning commutes. Keep that in mind. It's not going to be a widespread flash freeze, but again, if keyword here is if any surfaces are wet, they will freeze. All right. Wind chills. Another big story here as we move into Monday into Tuesday. Looking at the apparent temperature here comes the Arctic air for Monday. Monday morning, we're starting off single digits for a lot of us, in some areas below zero here for Monday, so plan for a very cold Monday. It doesn't go anywhere either. Here we go into Tuesday. We stay in the single digits and below zero for respective locations. Tuesday, we remain that way. Not going to warm up for Tuesday. Into Wednesday now, we get punched a little bit colder air here for Wednesday into Thursday, where wind chills could be below zero as much as negative 15, negative 20 in spots up in the UP. So expect a very cold pattern to develop, and that will continue to dominate late week time frame here into the weekend. So overall, once we get past this Arctic front in the Monday, Tuesday time frame, it's going to stay cold for several days after it. Wind chills do not look to get above single digits until the weekend next week. So quite a big week ahead of us of colder air expected. Rainfall with the system as well. Heavy rain is a concern. Flooding, not so much. We could see runoff in some areas, but a widespread swath of 1 to 1.5 inches of rain expected from roughly I-69, I-96, and point southward. That's from Grand Rapids over to Flint to Port Huron, and point southward is the highest concern for some rainfall that could exceed an inch for you guys. Locally, 2 inches plus possible in thunderstorms. Definitely on the table there. Speaking of thunderstorms, we do have a potential risk for some thunderstorms throughout the day on Sunday. Perhaps some strong gusty winds as well with these storms. The only model I have to show you guys right now is the RRFS model. We're going to zoom out here if I can to the Great Lakes look. There we go. We're going to look at Sunday afternoon here. Heavier rain denoted here in the yellows, oranges colors. I'm going to see if I can't get a better look on this. My face is blocking a lot of this. There we go. 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Heavier rain moves up into the state, but with these darker orange and red patches down here back into Arkansas and Missouri, Illinois area, these may bring some gusty winds down to the ground with them. Further south in Indiana, Illinois area, we could see a low-end tornado risk. Up here in Michigan, though, the severe risk should be south of us, but we're concerned for perhaps gusty winds within these storms. So with that being said, thunderstorms are possible primarily south of 96. But heavy rain is a concern here, and that will continue all throughout Sunday evening. Sunday 8 p.m., this is going to be the line of gusty storms that is going to be a concern. As you can see, it's just off to our south here. Any shifts north would be a concern for Michigan. So we put a low end limited risk for severe for the very far southern counties throughout Sunday. So we'll watch it carefully. Overall, heavy rain, yes. Severe weather, probably not, but watching the very far southern counties closely. And then finishing up the video here for that flash freeze Sunday evening. Rainfall, 11 p.m. here, continues to be ongoing in the west part of Michigan, which is concerning because the Arctic air is right behind it. So this dry gap of an hour or two is going to matter. Are we going to dry surfaces? Or are we going to go from rain to Arctic temperatures in a matter of an hour or two? We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Confidence will increase if this continues, but overall we have a lot more models to go through next 24 hours. So by the time you're watching this, I'll have a lot more data to go over with you. So stay tuned. 7 p.m. tonight, live briefing. Expect there to be a lot of information coming your way. Feel free, encourage you actually to tune in. A lot going on with the system. Probably one of the longer videos I've done, 15 minutes and counting here, guys. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up with one more slide. The next 15 days of temperatures after this system. On Monday, we are flatlined in the 20s and teens for highs, according to the European model based out of Lansing here. So we are going to enter a colder pattern to start 2026. Snow galore is in the forecast for January. That is my take. Stay tuned for more. I am Ryan signing off. Again, 7 p.m. tonight, Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. We'll have updates on the page all day today, so stay tuned.